I've always loved Korea. I visited the country many times in the past. I absolutely love watching K-dramas. Almost my entire skincare routine consists of Korean cosmetics. My family and I love eating Korean food and drinking soju, especially soju. So my family and I decided to open a branch office of our family business in South Korea, so we booked our flights and hotels and we were off to Korea after 2 weeks. This trip almost didn't happen because we almost didn't make our flight. There was a new requirement for US passport holders to apply for a k-eta thing, and it took around 30 minutes to 2 days to get approval, and it was already 30 minutes before the check-in counter closed, so it was nerve-wracking to say the least. But your girl got the approval at exactly 1 o'clock, and I wasn't able to take videos during all that was happening because I was so stressed, but we made it and we were off to Seoul. I slept most of the flight and watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine with my sister, which by the way is the greatest TV show ever. Also, I learned how to do gel extensions by myself because it's very expensive to get it done, so here are my and my sister's nails which I actually did myself. Once we arrived in Incheon airport, they gave us this paper with all the necessary info about what to do once we arrive in Seoul. It took us a while, but we finally found the RT-PCR testing center, which was just outside the airport. We booked our schedule in advance, so it was fairly quick. We got the results early in the morning the next day and we uploaded it on the site. Aside from the RT-PCR test, we also had to get an antigen test in Manila before we left. But we didn't need to get another test before we went back to Manila after our trip, so it was good. We made our way to Myeongdong, which is where we booked our hotel, and it was around 11 p.m. that night, so everything was closed. So we just stopped by 7-Eleven for some instant noodles, and they had a great selection, so we just ate that, and that was it for our first day. The next day, it was raining pretty hard, so we wanted to go somewhere indoors. So we got ready and made our way to the coex mall in Gangnam, which housed the famous Instagram-worthy library inside the mall. Afterwards, we went to some clothing stores in the mall, and when I say Korean fashion is top tier, it is. I mean, look at these clothes, and it's not really that expensive. It's around the same price range as H&M. We also stopped by a Foot Locker and their shoe options are amazing. I really liked a pair of Jordan 1s, but I couldn't decide if I should get it, so we had lunch first in Sariwan. And I eventually decided to get these shoes because the prices were lower than in Manila and I really liked the color. We shopped a bit more before getting dinner at Myeongdong area. It was still raining pretty hard, and I think it was around the time that we were getting news about the incoming typhoon. But we just decided to have dinner in VHC Chicken, and their cheese balls are so good. I really wasn't able to take a video because we were so hungry, and I was just able to take a video of the aftermath, so here it is. Something I really like about Seoul is that their shop closes late, so we were able to shop for cosmetics in Siam at around 11 p.m. And their prices are so cheap compared to back in Manila. Their lip tints are around 6,000 Korean won, which is around 250 pesos, and their concealer is around 150 pesos, which I can say is a dupe for the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer thing. They also gave us so much freebies like this ones and like 20 pieces of sheet masks, which I really like. A lot of stores in Myeongdong were permanently closed and we were looking to rent an office, so we called one of the numbers and he asked what nationality I was. So I said I was Filipino and he did a complete 360 and said that he doesn't want to rent to Filipinos. And I was like, why? And he couldn't give a definite answer, so I was like, that's weird. Anyways, the next day we went with our real estate broker to look at offices near Incheon airport and nothing really caught our eye and it was so far from Seoul, so we made our way back to Myeongdong for lunch. It was raining quite hard, so we tried to look for a restaurant in Lotteyang since it was indoors and we couldn't find any, so we made our way back through the subway and to our favorite restaurant in Myeongdong, which is this restaurant with the giant clam in front. I'm not really sure what their name is, but every time we go to Seoul, we eat at this restaurant. Another thing I like about Seoul is that their food is so good, especially desserts. We looked at another Foot Locker and I was so shocked that they had a lot of options for the New Balance 550s and 530s, but I kinda restrained myself since I already bought shoes, the Jordan ones that I previously mentioned. They also had some Yeezys for around 10,000 pesos, which was so good since I checked on StockX and they were around 21,000 pesos for a pair, which is so crazy to me, but my mom eventually didn't get it because the size was a bit too big. The next day, we just had some meetings in Gangnam and it was a very chill day and we ate so much good food and drank so much drinks. So that's all for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I have so much more Seoul vlogs coming if I get to edit it, but I'll see you all in my next one. Bye!